Welcome to this new weekly vlog. I'm starting Saturday, 7 p.m. It's funny because my husband isn't here. He wanted to go to a friend's house and drink and hang out. And I'm like, I want to stay home. I don't really feel like socializing right now. And I'm not one of those that doesn't really like to socialize, but I really don't feel like socializing today. I think because we were so on the go today, and then the kids kind of were chaotic a little bit. So I really just want to sit and read. So right after I dropped him off, because the house is only a mile away, so it's not far, but he'll let me know when he's ready to come home. I went to the gas station, got myself a Dr. Pepper, which, mind you, I don't really drink much soda. If I do, it's a Dr. Pepper like once a week. And then I drink like sugar-free ginger ale, sugar-free root beer, stuff like that. But it's not very common that I drink it. But I also got Ruffles, the cheddar and sour cream. These are my favorites. So I got myself a big bag. And then I haven't had these in a long time. The Cheetos Flamin' Hot Limon. Haven't had these in a long time. And I always want chocolate. So the Hershey's Almond, these are my favorite. So right now, because I want to finish the Road of Bones, I don't have my dust jacket on it. But I literally had to stop in the middle of a chapter because Nose was like, hey, I'm ready to leave. So I'm on 436 out of 539. So I'm like about 100 pages away from being done. And I really want to start Kingdom of Claw. I know the moment I finish this, I'm going to want to crack that book open because I am loving this so much more than the first time. And I loved this the first time. Because I know what's going to happen. And I'm like, oh God. Like, when does it happen again? Like, is it going to happen now? Or like, I know this happens, but like, is it before this or is it after this? And like, I am like nervous. Whew. So I just wanted to check in because I'm going to go actually take a bath and soak and relax, read my book. And then when I'm done, I'm going to climb in bed, put some ambiance on, finish it, eat my snacks, drink my Dr. Pepper, and most likely start Kingdom of Claw tonight. The last time my husband hung out over there, well, I was here and I didn't know he left. And he was there until 3 a.m. and they brought him home. I didn't even know he left. It was 3 a.m. And he's like, what if I'm there until 3 a.m.? I'm like, well, then I'm going to be reading until 3 a.m. So that is my plan tonight, is to finish this. I know this morning I was at page like 260. I think it was at page 260. So, I mean, I've read over 100 pages. I mean, 460 is 200 pages, and I'm only not even 30 pages away from that. So I really hope I can finish this today. So I will be back tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow with an update, or Monday. We'll see how this goes. So I'm back. I finished The Road of Bones. I finished it. Today's Tuesday. Finished it on Saturday night. I gave it 5 stars again. I think I gave it 5 stars the first time. I absolutely love this world so much. I love every single thing about this book. It's also not a lot like other books. Like, the love interest with Scylla, the main girl, um, they aren't really enemies in the beginning, but then they become lovers, but then they go back to enemies, or kind of like they go to enemies. But that doesn't happen in a lot of books. It's usually once they're together, they're together. But it's like, oh, I loved it. I ate it up. I ate it up. Mind you, this is the second time I read it, and I ate it up again. It took me 3 days to read it. I absolutely love this book. And so then I finished this one, and where it finishes off, it's just Oh God, gut-wrenching. And I knew I was waiting for the next one to come out for book of the month, which is Kingdom of Claw. And I am, oh shoot, how far am I in? Around 152 of 600 and something. If this one is really good, I started it yesterday, so I did take a day off from reading. But I I am so glad to be in this world. I love this world. I feel like I just can just reread these books all the time. And where this one picks up, picks up exactly where Rhoda Bones leaves off. It's like how on Crimson Moth, the duology, Heartless Hunter, and Rebel Witch, it picks it right back up. So I liked that, but I've never seen in a book before, other than this one, that it actually has a recap of the first book. And it was like a page and a half long. I've never seen that before. And I really did like that. Even I reread the book, which that is what I'm going to do every time because found out this is going to be a 5-book series. This is book 2. I am so, so excited to continue this series, but where they're at right now, they're working together. She's with one of the people from the Blood Axe crew. My daughter started knocking on my door. She needed me for something. I don't know. I think she scratched her foot. I couldn't see anything. But anyways, so this one is very good. And you could see like she's figuring out a bunch of lies that she's been told. She's learning through things. Somebody feels like they've been betrayed by her, and he's figuring out she didn't even know the information. So how could she lie to him when she really didn't know and is just learning it after meeting him? So he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I didn't realize you didn't know that. Like he's starting to realize like she's not lying. It's just she was not told all the information and they're figuring it out along the way. So I really recommend this. And I do have to say, I had a big fangirl moment. I'm not one that's like obsessed with like actors or anything like that. I'm not one of those people. My husband is. Me, no. So the other day, I think it was Sunday night, um, we were going to pick up the kids from my mom's, and my phone went off. I looked and I just stared at my screen and I fangirled hard. I literally started tearing up. I got so excited because Demi Winters, the writer of this book series that I'm currently reading, she commented on one of my posts on my Threads account with my Instagram to enjoy the book. And I'm like, she actually reached out and commented on my account. Like she commented on it. Like I just would assume like they're so busy, they won't really comment on anybody's stuff. And she commented on my book, on my picture. And I literally wanted to cry. And I was like, wait a minute, did that just happen? And I told my husband. My husband's like, wait a minute, she commented on it? I go, she did. Like I freaked out. Oh my God, I got so excited. And I mean, it was just the simplest thing. It was like, woohoo, I hope you enjoy or whatever. But still, she commented on it and I was not prepared. I never really thought an author would ever comment on anything that I post. And she did. And I about lost it because I absolutely love this world. I absolutely love her writing. I love this world. And I even commented back saying, I thought it was going to be a duology, and I kind of didn't want to start the second one after I finished the first one because I didn't want the world to be over. But I heard that it's actually going to be 5 books, and each book is going to get steamier and steamier as they go. And I am so excited. And I do like in the first book, in The Road of Bones, we get the point of view of Scylla and Jonas and Ray, and we get a surprise fourth person at the end that I will not say because it'll spoil. But you get their 4 POVs in the book. This one, it's still the same 4. So it's Scylla, Jonas, Ray, and then that surprise fourth person in Kingdom of Claw. I don't know if there's going to be another point of view added, because in Road of Bones, it had Skreda too that was hunting Scylla. So I liked how it had that point of view in there because she was actively trying to get Scylla. So that was really interesting watching her hunt the main character. I thought that was really cool. But I am very excited to continue this book, and I'm very excited to get back in this world. I really hope she does like one book a year, or even if it's one every other year. I'm going to reread these books every single time one of them comes out. And I'm really getting the urge to, when I reread, like the next time, to highlight and tab, because I like that because these are hardcover, I can tab and there'll be room so they won't hit the wall and the tabs won't get folded. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do like the next time I read. I don't know if rereading, if the highlighting will bother me, because I've actually never read a book annotated. I've only barely annotated my first book, and that was The Outsiders, and that was like last week that I finished it. And I don't know if I read it, if the highlighting is going to bother me. I don't know. So I'm going to try and highlight. I don't know if I'll highlight these ones, because if I don't like to read it later on, I don't want it to be in these books. But also, my book got damaged this past weekend. I finished Kingdom of Claw at 3:30 this morning. That was not meant to happen. I was supposed to sleep, but I think my anxiety is very high right now. Because, Tia Maria is going to be coming to town soon. And every time she's about to come to town, my anxiety, I can't sleep. I can't turn off my brain. I was literally laying in bed for like 2 hours, just laying there, trying to go to sleep, and I could not. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get up. I'm going to go to the living room, read my book. If I finish it, I finish it. I finished it at 3:30. I cried in this book. I wanted to laugh. I actually laughed and took pictures of quotes and sent them to my husband while he's at work, because it did have some very good commentary. The smut in this is more than the first one, The Road of Bones. I have it in front of me. There are, I would say two relationships forming in this one. So much action. I loved this book. I mean, I love Fourth Wing and all that because there's just so many characters and the dragons are snarky. This doesn't have like animals that can talk, but there's monsters and they're hunting them. And I mean, it's chaotic. And it is 600 and I think 33 or 22 pages of just pure chaos. And I absolutely ate this up so much, and I cannot wait for the third one. And I literally want to cry because she has not written it. Like, she's starting to write it and she's posting about it on Instagram, but there's no release date. Like, the way it ended, my heart was breaking. My heart was breaking. I was like, this cannot be happening. There's no way this could be happening. This is the end of the book. I'm like, no way. How can this be happening? What are they going to do? How are they going to get out of this type of situation? I'm like, what's even going to happen in the next book? I don't know. I am so confused. I'm lost. It's like I'm traveling through the Road of Bones just aimlessly, and a monster is going to come get me. It's either going to be a wolf spider or a grim wolf or the Schrogunger, whatever the frick they're called. They're creepy. They're creepy. And I ate it up. I've been talking to my mom about these books, and my mom used to be a very big reader. She could read like it was nobody's business. But lately she can't read very much. And I was talking to her about these books. She goes, "Wait, what are you reading?" And she goes, "It sounds like a sci-fi." I'm like, I mean, it could be, but it's like Vikings and there's monsters. She goes, "I think the monsters make me think of sci-fi." And I brought up a picture of the Schrogunger monster. I'll try to put it on the screen. It's creepy. it is creepy. My mom's like, oh, that's such a me type of book. And then my husband, because I keep talking about it, my husband's like, well, now I want to read them. And I'm like, okay, so I'm getting everybody to read these two books because they are so freaking good. And then, like, I told my mom, there's not a lot of smut in them. So, like, I think Road of Bones is only like two or three little smut scenes, and it's not that much. And then Kingdom of Claw, there had to be like four, maybe. I think there was about four, but they're very emotional and the relationship is very wholesome. And oh my God, I just love them so much. Whenever you're reading, because it's kind of like how Sarah J. Maas has Throne of Glass. So it changes a lot between points of views. So once I was in Scylla's point of view, I was so in it, and then it would change to somebody else's point of view. I'm like, I'm not ready to transition. I'm not ready to transition. Like, no, I'm not ready. But I would read it and then I would get sucked into theirs and then it would go back to Scylla. I'm like, no, wait, what happened with that one? I would get so caught up. But this so far is like a 6-star series. Like Fourth Wing is a 6-star series. This is a 6-star series. I cannot get enough. And I never realized how much I like the Viking world and like sci-fi stuff, the fantasy, the romance, like all kind of together. I never realized how much I loved it until these books. Like I can not get enough. And like I know maybe the book will get published next year. I'm going to reread these again. I know I'm going to reread these and then read the third one. And then whenever the fourth one comes out, I'm going to reread the first three and then read the fourth. Like I cannot get enough of this world. And like I like how the covers have so much going on. So they have like the bird, the flowers, the bear, the skulls, the owls, and then this, I thought it was an eel whenever I got it, but it's not. It's supposed to be like a serpent. I don't know what the red string necessarily means. I don't know, but they all have a point. Like the flowers are important, the bear's important, the skulls are important, the wolf, the owl's important, the serpent's important, the bird is important. It's all very important to the storyline. And I like that now that I read it, I'm like, oh my God, that's what the owl is. That's what the flowers are. That's the bear. And it's the same thing with the first book with these are called flittas. I think that's what they're called. They're like little butterflies. And then she has her red cloak. She has the skulls, the deer on the bottom, the crows, the mushrooms, all of it has a purpose. And I love that now that I read them, I understand the purpose of what's on the covers. But I highly, 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 highly recommend. I love her writing. It's so beautifully written. And I just, I cannot get enough of this series. I just can't. This is one of my top series, probably of all time. Like, I cannot think of much else that will top this. Like, I loved Throne of Glass a lot, loved it. I love Fourth Wing. I love Fourth Wing. But like Fourth Wing and Road of Bones, the Ashen series, they're getting neck and neck because I just absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. So I'm going to actually end the vlog here because it's already Thursday. Tomorrow's the 28th. I'm pretty much done reading for the month. If I pick up anything, I'll put it in another vlog. But I still can't stop. I'm just staring at the books in front of me and they're just beautiful. And I just want to hug them all day long and just love on them. I already want to reread them and I just want to annotate the crap out of these. I absolutely love these books. These are some of my favorite books. Anyways, stop gushing about the books. Oh my God. Okay. So I hope to see you next time. I hope you enjoyed. And I hope to see you in my next vlog. Bye.